Welcome to Get to Know the Speakers of Digital Confex. Today we have with us Omar Khan, Managing Partner CXM at Assembly Global. He will be joining as a distinguished speaker on the topic Martech, EdTech, and Automation, building scalable growth engines during the THATWare Present 60 Minute Confex in association with Ascent Group Branding, taking place in Rami Dream Hotel, Business Bay, Dubai on 11 December. So, hi Omar, welcome to the chat show.
Thank you, Ayush.
It's been a pleasure, Omar, to have you in our conference. So, please give us a brief introduction of yourself and your field of expertise for our audience.
Yeah, first of all, thank you to DigiConference for inviting me to this. I'm the managing partner for Assembly Global. We are an omni-channel agency, but I head the CXM business, which is customer experience, everything to talk about digital touchpoints. I've been in this business for about 20 years, serving as a consultant, advisor within the fields of consulting, plus advertising, and then I've been also part of SaaS environments as well. So for me to talk about today's topic, I love the way the digital transformations journey has really moved on from big data all the way to AI and Martech automation being a massive game changer for advertising and the clients.
I think it's great knowing your work. So, I have few questions for today. My first question is, how can AI-driven MarTech automation turn data into real-time fan experiences like personalized offers, content, or in-stadium engagement?
I think a beautiful question, especially with how the region is moving. There's a massive sports piece that is being driven within Saudi, within MENA, and part of investments in Saudi football clubs from PIF. There's a clear discrimination between what retail does plus what fan engagement does to the sports world. So the core of where fan engagement is headed, if you think about it, every modern club, be it Arsenal, be it Al Nassr, sits on millions of data touch points, right away from actually thinking of being a ticket purchased, merch at the back end, everything from their e-commerce, their content, their app behaviors, even the food purchases in the stadium. There's massive digital touch points that have to be captured. But the data is always sitting in silos. And what we need to really think about is bringing all that fragmented data across different systems like CRM, social, ad tech, and the point of sales into one platform. Where does the magic happens? And that's where AI and automation bridges those silos. The first step is really thinking about fan data platform or fan monetization, something like a composable CDP, which gives you every fan's 360-degree profile. And once that in place, where you figure out who are your diehard fans, who are the ones who would actually come to stadium often, season ticket holders, that's where the AI really plays at games. A fan entering the stadium, right there you go, there's a right push notification sent to him with his favorite players' t-shirts. A fan actually wanting to watch a video that he's missed out, he received in like next day the highlights of exactly what happened on the game. Even the media campaigns, they're totally dynamic because we engage fan based on their likes and dislikes all across these digital touch points. What this creates is a living, breathing, and a marketing engine where it's not just campaign driven, but we're looking to actually have something orchestrated around entire seasonality. How do we do this? Earlier, you would have seen there were marketing automation tools, but with so much of the ecosystem driven by fan engagement, you're literally sitting in a dynamic AI engine or a Gen AI engine that personalizes the creatives, generates commentary, and AI doesn't replace the marketer, but what it's doing, it's amplifying the club storytelling. So when a top ends club has about thousand or a million first party data, each of them are very relevant. And I think that's a massive game changer in the next 10 years to take 2027 Asia Cup in Saudi Arabia and then 2034 Football World Cup. The culture is what's going to drive, and that's where the marketing automation plays a massive, massive role in terms of making sure that each club is driving that loyalty for them.
I think it's great how AI-driven Martech automation is working right now and how it's our increasing fan experience also. So I have one more question. How do you see AI helping clubs anticipate fan emotions and loyalty to build smarter engagement and monetization strategies.
I mean, this would be a game changer. It'll be such an exciting phase where we would think about predicting passion. Today, with so much of market research behind thinking of what a purchase journey could be, in the past, people thought it was all about how you would react to when someone came to a club or to purchase a jersey or a social buzz. But now AI allows you to move from being reactive to predictive, anticipating how passion will play. We recently did one of the massive surveys of thinking about how a fan could engage on various levels. And we built a machine learning model that actually picks up a club's index based on the best club performing and a fan index as well. Now, with that model in place, we will understand which are the digital touch points where the fan has engaged. And that system will allow you to predict a loyalty risk and automatically trigger a retention journey. So, for example, before a match, you see if the player is not, if the fan is not really engaging, you're able to look into the previous indexes of the machine learning model of similar players and start pushing notification, which predicts or gives you an idea about how can you bring that person on your systems. Over the past, you can see that passion is a very measurable asset. Instead of asking how many fans do we have, we can ask how many emotional connected fans do we have and what's their lifetime value. And that's where the monetization is. So I think if we can start engaging more AI in terms of thinking what machine learning models can be built on based on the best connected points of these fans, I think Martech meets the human psychology in that way. It's all about respecting the rhythm of the fandom and using that data not to exploit it, but to enhance where does this fan really belong to. And every fan feels he's seen, heard, and part of something that's bigger. So when I said those two key events in the future, 2027 Asia Cup and 2034 the Football World Cup, the prediction will play a massive role because you're really building that ecosystem of fan passion points, and that'll allow you to give an idea of what could you be predicting of these particular cohort of fans. And I'll be love to be a part of that driven journey. And I think these two questions that you framed in give me enough to contribute more of a thought leader, especially in MarTech automation, but also think about data and AI being a big, big game changer in here.
I think love your take on this, and I think our audience will be glad to hear more about this during your panel session. So stay tuned during the panel session, everyone. So I have also some rapid fire questions. My first question is one word your colleague would use for you.
Um, from a perspective of what I'm doing today, I think they really call me a MarTech leader who can predict what the ecosystem would be. So one word would be a MarTech thought leader.
Right, I think. So what is biggest myth in digital marketing?
Non-data driven would give you the results.
Okay. So first thing you do when you enter a conference, like check agenda, meet people, or look for coffee.
I'm very keen to meet people because I think the sort of thought leaders we have in the market, there's always exchanging of ideas that give you something big coming up in the future.
So my last question, if you had to sum up your professional journey in a tagline, what would it be?
Um, I'll go a little different route. I probably might not say as what generic people would say. I would say a tagline that really defines me is predicting the MarTech. I think that really frames me well because I've always been a believer of that ecosystem that I want to build in.
So thanks, Omar. It was great connecting with you, and I am thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. So any words for our
My pleasure.
any words for our participants who will be joining in the conference?
Let's build up more big ideas.
Great, good to know. And thanks for your time today, Omar, and to all the participants. Don't miss the session happening on Thatware Presents 60-minute Confex in association with Ascended Group Pending, taking place in Ramy Dream Hotel on 11 December. So get a great chance to connect with them in person. See you soon, Omar.
Thanks, Ayush. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.